Over this past weekend, a former Twitch employee came out on Twitter and alleged that Dr. Disrespect was a predator.
Wow. What a crazy day this has been.
And that is the reason that he was banned in 2020 in spite of having a large following and a contract even. And a lot of stuff has come out over the last couple days. I filmed a video yesterday and I was like, oh, this is all gonna be not irrelevant by the time I'm finished fit. Yeah, Dr. Disrespect made a full-on response today, and the truth has finally come out.
Now, this Dr. Disrespect situation just keeps getting bigger, and it's now busted into the mainstream. Because what started as a small but meaningful part of another story yesterday blew up.
So we'll explain to you guys a little bit of the situation. It's not good. It's bad. Yet another one has fallen.
We're gonna learn from Oompa here on exactly what this guy's deal is and why he's being talked about.
To put it into context, if you don't know who Dr. Disrespect is, he is a 42-year-old gamer that has a persona of some sort that is a doctor that disrespects people.
Play the game? Hey, why don't you go adjust your New Balance shoes? Your fat ankles. Shut your mouth. I'll play the game when I get to it.
And he is 42, has a wife, has a kid, and has had a family for a while, and this is something he got. This is really bad.
You know how we run things here.
Over the weekend when this first came out, there was no concrete proof provided, so a lot of people were defending Doc, a lot of people were going against him. It was just a classic sort of internet thing. There's bugs in my room. I'm basically outside right now. I'm in a garage. A lot of people are like, innocent until proven guilty, and then a lot of people are like, oh, you're you, which I completely understand that. That is a completely valid stance to have. I get it. And when the allegations first dropped from this guy, Cody, it was bizarre because this fellow who alleged this had been using this information, the supposed information he had, to sell shows and make a profit. And then when he was called out for that, he went manic on Twitter, which is a based response. That's what happens to me when I get called out. I go manic. I really do. Not really, I don't. I sit and reflect. Manically. All weekend, people have been memeing the shit out of Doc, trying to rationalize exactly what might have happened without having any sort of concrete proof. It is 100% actually factual now. We have the real. Dr. Disrespect admitted to it himself on his own Twitter, so life's not good right now for Dr. Disrespect.
You take your fucking braces off and you still look ugly.
Up until today, the water was quite muddy in regard to this whole thing, so I'll explain it to you guys as best as I possibly can, because man, all I was seeing was people defending the guy or disrespecting him, and I didn't know what to believe. I was like, all right, well, this is weird. Then he had like a small response and I was like, oh, that's a weird response. Then he had like a bigger response and I was like, oh, that's an even more strange response. Bizarre way to word that. And then his game company dropped him. That's okay. That's not good. That's not okay. Anyways, we'll get to the bottom of it, guys. Dr. Disrespect is one of them fellers that has been a quintessential part of the online entertainment industry for a long time.
Fucking so clunky, man. Why is it so fucking clunky?
Basically 2017, he's been at sort of the top of the game with a brief hiatus in 2020 because he was banned from Twitch, and also some other little dramas in between sprinkled that I think will add some context as well to the situation.
As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid.
But regardless, up until this point, he's pretty iconic. He's a funny guy.
His putt's going.
Why I'm going straight down, straight up?
Bit too
the
much.
fuck am I playing?
He had some pretty funny bits and did some funny stuff. To be fair, haven't kept up with it for a long time. You know, I only really saw him maybe in 2017, 2018, 2019. I was losing my mind just watching people play PUBG and shit. It was entertaining. Haven't seen him much since. What the? But like I said, quintessential, foundational to the streaming platform entertainment industry. If PewDiePie is one of the foundational YouTubers, Dr. Disrespect is absolutely one of the foundational streamers.
Oh, let's go to the roof. Let's go to the roof. Let's get that sniper. Let's get that sniper. There it is. Yeah, great game. This game sucks. This game's terrible.
There's a lot of lore for him as well. He's the self-proclaimed two-time, the 1993-1994 back-to-back blockbuster world championship gamer guy.
Winner. 1993-1994 blockbuster video game champion in the online gaming community
You're looking at the true international video gaming superstar. And nobody's gonna get in my way today. You got it?
If you hadn't picked up by now, the Doc persona or fursona, whatever you want to call it, is quite literally just a fursona. That's not actually who he is. His real name is Herschel Beam. He is a guy who worked for Call of Duty for a while. He's just a guy. He's a guy, he's got a cool mustache, and he's 6'8", and he puts on the fake mullet, and then he like disrespects people or whatever. Yeah. He says that stuff like that. I can't remember. I don't know if he still does that. He probably does. His other first name is Guy, by the way, so Herschel or Guy Beam. I don't know. You'll probably never hear from him ever again, to be honest.
Stupid fucking mistakes, man.
He just seemed like a normal guy for a long time to me. And then in 2017, December 2017, I saw him go live with this video. He put his little hat on and he looked like he was crying. I was like, oh, this is weird. This is really a bizarre stream. He's not in his damn mullet. I don't know what the going on. What's happening right now? This is strange. He said, I've been unfaithful to my wife. He was unfaithful to his wife, and he admitted to it.
As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid. And I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful.
He made some stupid mistakes and stuff, and he went live with that information.
Stupid fucking mistakes, man. I'm gonna take time off to focus on my family, and so I just wanted to let you guys know that. And I apologize to you guys and Slick Daddy. I apologize to you guys, my sponsors and Twitch. And this is not who I am. It's not what I represent.
And then that was it for a while. He came back a few months later. He won Streamer of the Year for 2017.
6'8", 37-inch vertical leap. Woo! Google prototype scopes, built-in LCD LDT 280p Sony technology. I don't want to get into it.
Streamer of the Year for
2019.
He had two very, very popular years. I mean, this guy's like on top of the world. 70,000 viewers live. Crazy how famous he was. He is quite literally an internet celebrity who broadcast himself admitting to being unfaithful to his wife.
I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful.
That was his first controversy, one of his two main hurdles that have plagued him since years yonder past. The other thing that plagued him pretty bigly is the ban of 2020. He was permanently banned for Twitch, and it was a gigantic mystery. It was one of the biggest online mysteries. The Right Opinion has like an hour-and-a-half video just speculating about it. I saw it back when it first came out.
You see, like most people, I love a good mystery. And today we have nothing less than one of the online world's strangest happenings. One that has baffled observers, and even after its resolution, left far more questions than answers.
I think that was in 2022 or something. I forget. But it's a huge mystery, or was a huge mystery for a very long time.
This was a secret more guarded than the Krabby Patty formula. I really thought we'd never know the reason that Dr. Disrespect was banned. I thought that'd be taken to the grave. I thought we'd crack faster than light travel before we ever learned what the reason behind it was.
People were like, oh, it's probably because it was just a contract thing, and I didn't really look too hard into it. I was just sort of sad, I guess. I was like, oh, a guy that was all right got banned. I guess that's unfortunate. Hopefully he gets justice. But now we know a lot more. So the context is much worse. Oh, by the way, there was a third problem that plagued him. Back in 2019, he was banned for a few weeks while live streaming at E3. Him and his cameraman went into a public bathroom where they caught people live on camera doing their business with 60,000 viewers from around the world. So watching people piss and shit, people with their out with toilet paper and their assholes, just filming them in public. That's not legal. You can't do that, for one. So he was banned. Because of that, people started to kind of not like him at that point, I believe. That was after I had stopped watching him, I think. When did PUBG become irrelevant? Because that's when I stopped. I don't know. It doesn't matter. By the way, we can't show footage of this, but we can show a recreation in GTA, which is pretty cool.
Go ahead and retweet that. Go ahead and retweet that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
This is like a really big thing that I remember of Doc, him and his crew just throwing common sense out the window and ignoring the fact that there are people in this public bathroom that probably don't want to be broadcast their willies out, did it anyways. That's a red flag. That's weird. Cheating on your wife, red flag. That's weird. Especially when you have a kid. That's weird. That's even weirder. That's 2 red flags. That's 2 red flags. Call me an idiot. That's 2 red flags. But yeah, 2019 was the year that he actually won the Streamer of the Year award thing. So the year he was in the bathroom, that was Streamer of the Year. In 2017, when he cheated on his wife, also Streamer of the Year at TwitchCon. I heard he cheated on his wife at TwitchCon. I'm not sure if that's defamation, but it's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true. Can't verify it. Allegedly. By the way, it's very important to look at this through the glass of this being a 42-year-old man. I'm trying to approach this as rationally as possible and give as many benefits of the doubt as I possibly can wherever they're deserved. Rational. Not that many benefits of the doubt. Okay, right there. 42-year-old, that's a lot of life experience. A lot of life experience to know right and wrong. Brain stops growing when you're 25 years old. Okay, you're 42. All right, at the time all this shit happened, he's like in his late 30s, okay? Still bad. That's old. What the Also, wife. That you already admitted to cheating on. Okay, that's some bad context right there. That makes this situation way worse. Thirdly, child. Oh, wow. This Dr. Disrespect guy's starting to seem like a piece of shit. I don't know, though. On June 21st, 2024, former Twitch employee, guy named Cody Connors on Twitter, that's his handle. He made a series of tweets claiming that the reason Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch was because he was talking with a minor at TwitchCon. So that was what he understood. He also talks about how Doc's ban in 2020 was not a mistake and that it was the right decision made by Twitch. He then said case closed, by the way, which is crazy because that was the opposite. That was the case flying open. To be honest, the worm can was exploded, the peanuts, choo. Right after this man's tweets went viral, by which he didn't mention Doc at all in the tweet. He just kind of said it beside the fact and he subtweeted him and alluded to it. And it didn't take long though for people to obviously be like, oh, he's talking about Dr. Disrespect. There's not that many other people who have been banned. I don't believe that Dr. Disrespect is to be fair. Now that is by no means a defense. Just to lay that out there. That just goes without saying, really. So yeah, people voicing their opinions, even Chris Hansen got in on it. I think this is maybe just a cameo, I'm not 100% sure.
I've been going through some of the transcripts of your online behavior, and I'm curious as why you're so into Whisper. Maybe you should just put it out there for everyone to hype you up.
Folks like Nick Merckx would come out of the woodworks and go, he would come out and defend Doc while furthering his campaign against trans people and the LGBTQ community because everything is political nowadays, guys.
Look, I open Twitter, bunch of my mentions are he, they, she, hey, they, fucking, I identify as a helicopter. God damn it. And I seen the couple tweets about the Doc. I'm as taken back as a lot of you guys are, okay? But the fact remains that these are some crazy accusations. Crazy.
You know names aren't real. You know, Nate, you made that up. You made that shit up. Names aren't real. You made that up. You made that up. Do you know that? Do you know names aren't real? You made that up. You made that up. You're using paper money to buy stuff, to buy groceries? That's not real. You made that up. That's a societal construct, that paper money you're using. You made that up. That was my social commentary in the form of a sarcastic bit. But yeah, that old boy Nick Merckx, he came out of the woodwork. He's like, he hates trans people. But yeah, it got political at that point too, and I felt like it was pretty isolated, cut and dry. This guy's just a piece of shit, and everyone's kind of agreeing with that. But now it became a political thing, which is quite unfortunate. Then the Doc responded the same day with a tweet that a lot of people thought was subliminally him admitting to allegations, which it seems like it not even really was subliminally. It was literally him admitting to the allegations. He said, Jake, seriously, I get it, it's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged and they paid out the whole contract. So he got paid, which is weird to me because I feel like someone who's breaking the law shouldn't get, who's doing something horrible and evil shouldn't get paid. But at the same time, justice doesn't care about social justice necessarily. So it's like, But this right here, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. That's weird. It's a weird thing to say. No wrongdoing was acknowledged. Actually, okay. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. I'm gonna put you in the meat grinder. Sit. Down. So yeah, seems kind of weird. No wrongdoing was acknowledged and he still got paid. People didn't really like this response that much. Connor Reed's pants said, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. Them FF did that shit. Deadass. True. No wrongdoing was acknowledged does not mean no wrongdoing occurred. Yeah, I think that's illegal. I think that's the legalese representation of what he's saying there. Then, a day later, Doc tweeted the following. Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can since this is a internet. I didn't do anything wrong, and this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday, baby. Yeah. He did stream Elden Ring yesterday, by the way, after this tweet came out. He did actually go back to the grind in spite of all this, which is wild. Once again, no concrete evidence come out. And still no concrete evidence has come out. The most concrete evidence is the evidence that Dr. Disrespect said himself, which still has a lot of information that we just don't have. It could be way worse. It could be it's already very bad. It could be way worse. But Cody and the detractors of the Disrespecter did not provide any evidence over the weekend. So there was a reason to defend the man a little bit, right? Because it's kind of unclear, like, oh, the wrongdoing, what does that even mean? Plus, on Sunday, Monday, people also began digging into who Cody was and what he gained from this, and they found out that he had been like selling this information. He kind of like kept it secret. It was just like withholding it from people. Like, why would you not tell everybody this? This seems like something that we should have known in 2020, to be honest. Doc isn't even at his height of popularity. It's not even close. He's like irrelevant now. He's fallen off so hard since he moved to YouTube. And in the digging, people found that Cody had used the alleged Doc information in the past to sell tickets, which is so weird. He claimed that if people bought enough tickets or sold enough tickets to his shows, that he would leak the reason why the doctor was banned in the first place. I think this guy, he might not actually be a doctor. He might not even be legally allowed to practice medicine at this point, I'm thinking. Furthermore, Cody kind of fell off his rocker a little bit over the weekend and started tweeting some indecipherable parables, all right? And these are as follows. That said, I'm the least sued I've ever been. Guys, lawyers work weekends. I don't think they had a few things they just needed to get to before they circled back to this. I'm also a little irked at Jake, who is very clearly trying to split the difference with what he thinks is half of his potential audience is. Exacerbating that is the fact that I know Jake has been trying to verify leaked screenshots from TNS section of the world's leader in multiplayer entertainment since yesterday afternoons. He's racing a couple other more talented people. Jake, all this is really silly, but the version of that document I got has your team's watermark on it, so maybe you check in. He deleted that. He also has this one. What is this? What is this? He's like speaking in riddles. Those 3 tweets warrant admonishment. Maybe more than 3. The stands trying to dig stuff up I have been so underwhelming that I presume they missed something. I apologize for it all because it's worth apologize for. The subtext of the bit, again shameworthy, is that you're the last person to not know. The information had been so normalized, declawed in the circles that I ran in that could be reduced to illusion and entendre. For everyone who has since said, I agree with you on Friday night before you wrote it. I should have agreed with you sooner. I could not take it back, but I can stop it. I never said I'm a perfect person. I just hope this class grades on a curve. What the f are you talking about, bro? You're just getting backlash from Doc's manic fans. It's fine. It's all right. It's okay, you'll be fine. The Verge also put out an article where they talked to an anonymous former Twitch employee. A lot of people believe that this former Twitch employee was a person by the name of Slasher, but since they're anonymous, it's obviously impossible to tell. And it's also basically meaningless to even talk about. There's bugs in my room. This is crazy. People also pieced together that Slasher and Cody have deleted tweets where they both talked about shows they would sell out so they could leak the info. It seems very strange that they would leak this, like they would talk about this kind of stuff in this way. It's just bizarre. Obviously just a little nugget to the mystery, but not really that important when we really think about it, to be honest. More important stuff is yet to come. On Monday, yesterday, the 24th, Doc came back to stream the new Elden Ring DLC as planned, as he mentioned in his tweet, and he spoke briefly about the allegations brought against him.
For those that are looking for me to expand on this weekend, not gonna.
He said that he will not elaborate any further on what went down over the weekend, and he thanks all of those who support him and the people who have come out to support him.
I already said what I needed to say. I don't give a fuck about this guy. That's it. So I do appreciate the donations. I do appreciate the messages, but I like to put it in fifth gear right off the rip.
It's at this point I kind of felt like, oh, nothing's going to happen. He's just going to be status quo. He's going to come back and there's going to be half people who hate him, half people who are willing to look past the possibility that he's a freak weirdo, predator, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Adulterer. I don't know. That's an adulterer, I guess. Then he ended his stream by saying he was going to take an indefinite vacation. And shortly before his stream ended, it looked like he received a text and it looked like he was shitting himself. And then right after that, a tweet came out from Midnight Society, the game company that he partnered with. And they parted ways with him. So that's pretty bad. And the tweet that they set up is the big first chunk of like, oh, this isn't really something we can rationalize. This is getting much worse. More will come. The tweet from the Midnight Society said, on Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families who have employed along with our community of players. So yeah, HR 101, you get anything like this, they're gonna cut ties, but the facts, they're saying facts, this is really bad. This is looking really bad because they, I'm sure, legally were able to see certain things involving Doc because they're involved with it, technically, you know, he's part of the group. That's really bad. Okay, and for the longest time, back in 2020, people fixated on his ban, on the Doc's ban, and they wanted to know exactly why he was banned. And later, it was so hush-hush, there were no details, nothing ever came out, it was a huge mystery. I think that's probably why this revelation with what has come out is so sensational and viral. It's because it seems like we're finally getting answers to something that's so controversial and so something that's been in people's minds, sort of in the back of their minds for a long time, 4 years. And trying to think critically about this and not just see the internet and try to pick a side or whatever and trying to be like, okay, what's the evidence, right? 42-year-old man, wife, kid, I don't really care. He's an asshole. He's a piece of shit, right? Okay, but if I really tried to think about it, it's like, okay, we need evidence. This is a huge claim. We need evidence. And then we're starting to get some evidence from the Midnight Society, but this is such an internet thing. It's crazy. To speak more towards the internet weird nature of it, Cody, the guy coming out and like we found out he's trying to profit off releasing allegations or some shit, like that's crazy too, dude. That's like, that's insane as well. What the Listen, if you want to find out what's true, up some cash to me. That being said, on the flip side though, the person who's actually in the wrong here is absolutely 100% Dr. Disrespect, because he tweeted today something close to proof, pure evidence, as much evidence as we need, to be honest. This is likely to be his final response, and it is quite long, so I'll read it. You guys can skip through it if you'd like. The Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Games Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families that I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. So he's like saying that he wants to keep the game studio up and going. Yeah. Okay, cool. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding to the ban. This is where it gets great, okay? Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual, but I was permanently banned from Twitch, and there was a civil suit for years, and it's horrible, and a bunch of people, I mean, it's like, I just hope there isn't a victim to this. Like, hopefully there's a legitimate settlement. This person doesn't have to worry, they're fine. Like, this seems very bad. Once again, important context. 40-year-old man, wife, kid, very famous in 2017, extremely famous, one of the biggest streamers in the world. There's bugs flying around me right now while I'm trying to talk and be serious. It's difficult. All right. The context of that is very important because it makes it so much worse. So much worse. In my opinion, I don't know. We don't really even need to see messages. We don't need any more context beyond this. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. Bro, you admitted live on stream you'd been unfaithful to your wife. Is this the second time? Or is this the same time? What the I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Wow, so based and so red-pilled. What a great defense. No criminal charges. Hey guys, just so you know, was I sexting someone? Yes, but there was no real intentions behind it. And also, no criminal charges have ever been brought against me, so in case you were wondering. Now, from a moral standpoint, oh, absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a 40-year-old man, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I give it. I'm not perfect, and I'll own my ship. This was stupid. Yes, stupid. Definitely. Good word to describe it. Maybe a little stronger of a word. Now, with all this said, don't get it mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no predator or... Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. That's a different level of disgust that I hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the out of here with that shit. You could have just said that you didn't sext a minor and people wouldn't have done that. But it's like you kind of walked yourself into this. You were given the rope to hang yourself with, and you did. You did. You absolutely did that. By the way, what I just read is an edited version of the tweet. He changed it to say individual. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor? So he left out minor. He added it in a couple times. He edited it multiple times. Very strange. Very bizarre. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. So Twitch made the decision in 2020 to ban you because you were sexting a minor. I think using the phrase inappropriate messages is just under-exaggerated. I think calling them over-exaggerating it, but I think inappropriate messages is so under-exaggerated, bro. Sexting a minor. With no intent. Sexting a minor, all right? But it's okay, guys. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. That heavily implies that there are messages where if you could misinterpret intention, it's like, I want to do something. It's like that. It's not just it's not just crass. It's not just joking. It's inexcusable. This is completely inexcusable. He's like telling on himself completely. It's crazy. This is the worst response ever. Or maybe it's a good response because it's kind of honest. It's like, I don't know. To my team, my community, and industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support through all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the best community in Circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life responsibility and experience, I don't give a about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made those mistakes all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off of my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Y'all freaking right. Who's they, dude? Nobody wants you to disappear. Nobody's out to get you, bro. Nobody's out to get you. Maybe some people are. All right, but there's a lot of people who are very, very rational who are not out to get you, who you're lumping in with this. This is just bad. This is just really, really bad. So I'm excited to see him come back, though, and see what the response is going to be like, because that's going to be really entertaining. Another thing is people were saying, well, maybe the person lied about their age and he didn't know, and like that's how, you know, you could kind of rationalize the first couple responses. You think he'd say that? You think he'd say that the individual minor would have lied about their age, but he didn't mention that at all, so he knew, I guess. That's what we can assume, based on context and information provided. That is factual. I assume it's coming from the horse's mouth. This is just bad, dude. This is just bad. Plus, just editing it a lot and like What? It's not me, bro. It's the cancel culture. What? Absolutely nuked. Absolutely nuked. This bad boy was edited 3 times, by the way, this big chungus of a tweet. Plus, I'd like to point out that he says, there's no filter with me, and then filters out the word minor, which is very important in the context of this situation. It would be like saying that he's not a 42-year-old man either. Taking responsibility for your actions shouldn't be taking responsibility for actions that you're not hiding, and then not taking responsibility for the actions that you are hiding with a tweet. Plus, I don't know if it's just me, but the fact that he keeps doubling down on not facing charges or being criminalized for his actions, it seems absurd. It seems nonsensical. That's crazy. We cover all sorts of actual, and a lot of them don't face charges, and they're actual. It's like a different world to what's happening here. This just is a bad defense. This is the Chris Hansen Predator defense. The defense he's taking is the Predator defense. That's crazy, man. Anyways, 2017 was a year with many entanglements for Dr. Disrespect. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Nick Merckx and the other guy, the ginger guy, the Tim the Tap Man, both denounced him in videos on Twitter. Ugh. Youch!
Wow, this is absolutely insane, bro. Everything I'm seeing. I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years, and seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there. I think for me, I know a lot of you are asking, Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? My bottom line, I think, is...
Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? Let's try to guess what he's gonna say. I don't. If you're talking, if what he's saying is where he said that he was messaging a minor, it's sometimes through inappropriate. Not teeter. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He's actually reframing what he said to be something less bad. But
if he knew that was a minor, and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that.
Good. Yeah. 40-year-old man, wife, kids, civil dispute, permanently banned from Twitch, millions of dollars, most powerful streamer in the world. Yeah, all the context, perfectly rational. Perfectly rational. Let's see what Nick Merckx said. I actually like Tim the Tap Man. I'm not a huge Nick Merckx fan, if you guys couldn't tell.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet.
Seeing everything on Twitter.
And in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and I can't support it. Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter.
Talking to Twitter right now.
Can't defend it.
Talking to these trans people out here.
Look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird, but what can you do, So I just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts and how I'm feeling.
It's just weird.
And look, I hope you guys have a good day, all right?
It's just weird about it. It's just weird. Listen, I don't hate Burks, by the way. I just kind of been in. But also at the same time, I'm just like, man, he's just not a good spokesperson for any kind of thought. He's a gamer, all right? This guy's irrational. This guy, he's like, got his camera here and he's going, guys, sometimes you text to get weird. Text would get really fucking weird. What? Did you form a single thought the whole time you're talking to Twitter outside?
Look, I open Twitter. Bunch of my mentions are he, they, she, hey, they. Fucking, I identify as a helicopter. God damn it.
At least he didn't start it with that one, by the way. It's just so frustrating. It's like, why do you care so much, bro? What the is wrong with you? Anyways, Dr. Disrespect, irrelevant now. Irrelevant. Out of the zeitgeist. He is not a good guy. Unless something comes up otherwise, I don't think it's going to be possible. But, let me know what you guys think down below.